all. Matter of fact, I look back and through it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater, let them.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the list. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Patriots and the Packers, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down the kickoff of what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, the Patriots, we know the sequence of events. Tom Brady leaves for Tampa. He wins Super Bowl 55. And the Patriots are kind of middle of the pack for 2 years. But they turn right around, win the AFC title, and now making their record 12th appearance in a Super Bowl.
And I certainly like how you set everything up there, partner, because it certainly felt from the outside that this run of titles was over for this team, that they were going to fall into rebuilding mode. But how about this group? They still believed in themselves, and they made it back to the big game.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back as they look to bring another Super Bowl title home to a place aptly named Titletown.
And they're looking for their 5th win, which would tie them with the Cowboys and 49ers for 2nd all-time. They did last win it in 2011. That was Super Bowl 45. Aaron Rodgers leading them over the Pittsburgh Steelers. But when you talk about titles, and you mentioned Titletown, they've won 13 championships overall when you count all the NFL titles prior to the Super Bowl era as well. So this is a town that's used to winning, and they expect to win this one as well.
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. This man's right. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Oh, man, here's Cobb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On play action, now Rodgers. To the end incomplete. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Packers are on the board first here in the Super Bowl. Fill it good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Patriots here to get their first shot on offense. Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. Throwing, Jones. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, Mostert. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Jones. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, the ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have the nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point and good by Bullock, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now the rookie's free. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Patriots. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner is a former defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown. On a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Extra point up and good by Folk, and we are tied at 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This take it in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back release. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go, brother.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They trail early on in his Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. to try again after the pick six. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play quarterback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. One quarter done, and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. The Patriots here have the early lead. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Jones, another shot here after the pick six. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off-play action. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, Jones. He's got his man, Fulton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Up the middle they go with Mostert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And so search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here comes Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on fourth down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. And the former Arizona Wildcat, Folk, gets this one to go, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so worse now. Just letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. There are 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Meanwhile, Jones throw there taken in by Smith. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. Offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints first time.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that are out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall him long. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. They find some open field here. And they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of the play. Rodgers, and now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. The return is Jones from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete, and once again it's Cobb. And he's going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Down, Rodgers. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return just beyond the goal line. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
So, one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to Stevenson on 1st down. Reinforcements coming as they're going to stop him behind the line. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they can rip off any sort of a gain. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. A run with Mostert up the middle. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
But you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for New England. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And once again, this defense very stout. They stop him for no gain for the 2nd straight play. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll go down at the 26, forming a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And the result here, the pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
To throw is Rodgers. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Patriots are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Jones. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 2nd down, it's Jones. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And it's a Packers touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 28 yards. And the take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Rodgers will throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to stay out of the ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England's offense set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 3rd quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll be a New England 1st down and gain of 12.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now, meanwhile, my goodness, incomplete. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 50. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. It could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Hamler now on the return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away? But that would not being picked off.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A handoff running left is Mostert. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. There's Mostert. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. On for the extra point is full. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And they have a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and its end. Here's Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's got room. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Rodgers now on 1st down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Folk connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
I'm starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there. Turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Eric Stokes. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's loose again. He will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Again, every time I get fired up. In the same game, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point up and good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the and my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. One final try now for Rodgers. We'll go right back to Tunyon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to